Alright, welcome to an IFL tutorial, a tutorial using Blender. Right now we're going to focus on IFLs. So jumping right into it, we're going to hit tab and we're going to extrude a face. E to extrude, S to scale down, and we're going to extrude it back just a bit. Then we're going to split the window. The reason I'm showing IFL is because there are some people who don't know that with Blender you're able to make objects that are like a TV per se. Something that you can put on a wall or put a billboard out there. Alright, getting back to subject, we're now going to work on breaking down or seaming the box. Grabbing the edges, so just think of a box in the 3D menu, the 3D picture of it all, and break it down that way. For example, our focus is to knock out this frame right here. So we're going to take that frame out by seaming our way all the way in. Now that everything's seamed, you hit Control E and it says mark seams. Just remember that for later on, because you will be doing quite a bit of unwrapping coming up. Then we're going to jump over to circle. Alright, from here I normally add in textures this way. We're gonna open paint. What I did beforehand, let me see if nope, we're gonna start all new. We're gonna make a circle here, fill it with yellow. We're gonna name it IFL. We're gonna name it P1. Save it as a JPEG, as small as you can, or whatever Blender is supporting. Then we're going to turn around and erase that. I'm going to throw another circle in. I'm going to throw some blue in there. And we're going to save it as P2. It'll go on and on, P3, P4, whatever, but we're going to stop at P3 for this. Let me just get rid of this and we'll be out of here pretty soon. Alright, I believe we're done here. Wait, no we're not. We're gonna make a new picture. We're gonna call it background. Use gray. Cover that, no. Use a weird color. I don't even know what this is. It's probably gold. I'm gonna save as desktop IFL body. Sound good. Alright, exit that. Then over its image. Now when we have our images over here, through the shading and material buttons, some people like to have materials, others don't. You don't have to have materials as far as exporting from Blender. Now over here by textures, I put in two inputs so that we only need to put in two things. I'm going to set them both to UV so that I can see them when I tab out to object mode and hit Shift P, which is preview mode. Right now there's nothing here to see. We're going to move along. So we're going to unwrap this. U in the left window brings up the unwrap menu, and we're going to attach that to, first we're going to actually put the textures in. With the texture button on the first option, we're going to put in an image. We're going to load up for the IFL folder. We're going to load up P1. That is our first image, and that's what we'll be mapping things to. I don't know, it's giving me a hard time. And screw it, moving on. We're going to drop down to the next texture. We're going to add in the image, and we're going to add in body. We can hit E here or U here, but let's hit E here. It'll unwrap everything. When it looks like this, it looks like something was missed, so we're gonna go back and just make sure we're gonna check for a scene that we're missing here. I think we spotted the missing scene. Edge mode. Control E marks scene. Back to face mode. L, that'll highlight everything that's connected to it. E unwrapped, and we're good to go. Shrink it down a bit. Back to face mode. That's where it's selected to. Tab out. Here's our preview. Just looking. The light is behind it. Sorry, torque show tool.